We're back. It's Uncensored. He's Howson. I'm Mckola. And we're back. What's going on, Steve?
Not much.
Elbows.
Keeping it real.
Can't touch each other these days, which is a damn shame. Yeah. We usually have so much fun.
Tried to kiss me on the mouth when he came in.
With my face mask on, though, so doesn't count, does it?
You call it a face mask. I call it a gimp mask. Potato, potato.
Same thing, same job. How you doing? You all right?
I'm all right, I guess.
A little bit sad about all this football potentially being played behind closed doors.
Yeah. More on the fact that I like knowing what I'm doing and stuff like that. And I want to book holidays in the summer. I want to book fucking concerts. I want to set the missus away for our anniversary.
You go see Take That every year, don't you?
Obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just have a little patience.
Is that what you need to do? Just have a little patience.
Maybe.
Wait and see what happens and ride it out.
Yeah.
Because it could be a lot worse.
It could be a hell of a lot worse. I was reading about the Spanish flu before. That was pretty fucked.
Spanish what?
Spanish flu.
What's that? Was that in our lifetime? In my lifetime? Because me and you have different lifetimes?
No. It was 1918 to 1920.
Oh, okay. That was a long time ago then, wasn't it? Is that
killed 100 million people?
Jeez.
And it was all sorts of stuff like, do you know what's happening now? It's way more deadly than the coronavirus, by the way. But all sorts of stuff like people going, look, don't gather in crowds. That's a bad idea. And people are like, fuck you, what do you know? And then like a third of a city dying because of it.
It's kind of like that NBA.
So if they do say stuff like, just don't gather in crowds, maybe just listen.
Yeah. Did you see that NBA player that got it?
Yeah, did you see the video of him like, look,
yeah.
I'm not worried, and touching everything, and then he got it. Made me laugh a little bit, to be honest. There's going to be loads of scenarios like that. Loads of scenarios.
That's like something that would happen to me. And that's why we're not going to make jokes about things today. We're not that anyway.
On a serious note, like, just on the pure fucking numbers of it, in this room, some of us are getting it. Remember after the 24-hour podcast in December?
It's just me and you in this room, by the way.
There's loads of people behind there.
Yeah.
Loads, hundreds,
yeah. We are in front of a live audience. Put some canned laughter in.
Yeah, when we got, after the 24-hour podcast that we did in December, flu ripped through this office like a hot knife through butter. Everyone got it.
Do you remember before Christmas when everyone was really ill? Do you think we all had it then? No, I mean, not yous lot. I mean, everyone was ill. Not just yous like in Studio 68. I know you've just said that. But I mean... Do you remember, like, everyone had that weird thing?
Yeah, I shit myself.
Do you reckon you had it?
Well, I had some.
I reckon you had it. And if you had it, I've had it.
What, the coronavirus?
Yeah.
It didn't come about till January. And it
How do we know? Have they found patient numbers at one?
Don't know.
Because we need to know who that is, because he's got a lot of explaining to do. Or she. Patient zero. Is that the one? That number one? But if you go to number one, you find out.
Hang on. How can you be patient zero?
Because that's the carrier.
Well, no, because that's number one.
It's patient zero. That's what it's called.
Right. If you score in 8 seconds in a Premier League game, what minute did he say you scored in?
The first minute.
Right. Thank you.
Remember when Del Piero scored after 26 seconds?
Yeah. He would mint him.
We won that game 3-2. That was a great
Everything
time.
was better when I was a kid.
Yeah, it was. But it was, wasn't it? It was.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
United.
Yeah.
Music.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I was going to say boxing.
Yeah. Mike Tyson was still active. Even though he was on the wane, he was still active.
Yeah.
And that was a good thing. And you have Lennox Lewis. He was good.
Yeah. Prince Naz.
Mint.
What an amazing human being he was.
Yeah.
Yo. Zidane Iqbal.
Oh, here we go. Representing brown folk around the world.
We might have one. We might have one, guys.
Good player. Hell of a...
Yeah. I seen a little bit of him before Christmas.
Aptly named.
And I was like, let me just chill.
Oh, I know he watches FullTimeDEVILS, by the way, as well.
Oh, man. Zidane, you don't want to hear what I've got to say about you. I'm going to hype you up so much that it's going to be not good for your ears.
When we did the Pro Evo thing, at the end of the day, when I walked off, I spoke to Charlie Savage, Robbie's lad. He was standing with Zidane. I was just had a chat to them both.
Yeah, I seen Charlie out at the...
In fact, do you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to put you on the spot. He went, is that Adam Mckola? And I went, fucking yeah.
Asian brothers sticking together. That's what I like to see. But it's like, for me, I'm excited, but I'm also like, we can't. Really, I shouldn't have even spoken about him today because it's created a little bit of hype.
I think my ruling with him is once you're in the under 18s and MUTV's doing it, yeah, you can talk about him. There's thousands of people seeing the games, and to be fair to him, he created his own hype by fucking playing the way he's been playing.
Some of the stuff's outrageous, and he's got end product as well. And it's just good to see, man, for United as well. Obviously, we've got the likes of Yandan, the Hamza Chowdhury breaking through, but if we can get one at United, oh my days. Floodgates are opening, and it's all going off. But it's a talented boy as well, so yeah, just got to be patient, because we've seen, like you said, patient, I was about to sing it. Like we've seen in the past, we've seen so many talented boys come through.
Under 18s is a tough one to measure what you'll do. Some players you go, oh yeah, he's decent. And, McTominay, yeah, all right, decent, I guess. Didn't expect him to be, what is he, probably pushing 100 games deep, maybe? He's not far off, I bet.
No.
I bet he's not far off. Let's have a look.
Was last season his second season?
We play way more games
team.
than you think.
Yeah, he might actually be on around 60, innit? 60, 70, which is good.
Let's have a look.
For him. Whilst you're doing that, 73 appearances. Whilst you're doing
12
that,
for Scotland.
Scott McTominay's goal might be the last time we were all together this season inside Old Trafford.
Weird or what?
Not a bad moment.
Do you know what?
It did feel special though, didn't it?
The LASK game being behind closed doors didn't feel like a massive thing. It was like, it's
because it was in England.
It's in Austria, sort of thing. It never really impacted it. It was like, oh, maybe it's a them problem. Do you know what I mean? It didn't really feel like anything for all of us lot to be asked about. Fair play to the club as well. 300 grand that's costing the club, paying back 350 to them 900 fans.
And some people probably spent less than 350.
Oh,
so they're in a little bit of profit.
Chilling.
For you that don't know, the club gave £350 to all those that had
and
tickets.
The match tickets.
So they would have got around 300, 400 quid for their trips to Austria. You'd think they would have probably spent a bit more than that. You think of flight, a hotel and stuff. But nevertheless, a good gesture that they didn't have to make.
Yeah.
All they had to do really was refund the tickets.
Yeah. But fair play. Yeah.
And it could have been like South by Southwest. Have you seen that? SXSW. They have a strict non-refund policy. So they're like, we're cancelling. We're not having your money back.
And go stick it up your ass. And in that, like, hundreds.
Yeah.
Weren't you talking about going to that, Joseph?
I like the idea of it.
You should get a ticket. Buy one.
I mean, you can't get into the event, but you can have a ticket for memorabilia.
That was like me when I bought a ticket to Michael Jackson's This Is It. Still got my ticket.
Fucking didn't turn up, did it?
Didn't turn up. I absolutely did it over.
When I was teaching myself graphic design, I did one of these courses online, and it was like, it had you like reimagine music posters. I redid a Stone Roses one. I redid a Michael Jackson Bad one. And who was the other one? I think it was an Oasis one that I redid. Sort of like took an actual gig that they did, and then Joe put the real date, the real ticket price, and all that lot, and then just like redid it. And then I was scrolling through Etsy about a year ago, and I saw a signed Michael Jackson gig poster, and I went, "That's my fucking poster that I did." And
how long ago did you do this? I thought you did it recently. So how long ago did you do that graphic design?
About 4 years after the guy died. So it was assigned. So I messaged him and I was like, "Hi mate, is this signed by Michael Jackson?" And he was like, yeah. And I went, "Okay, for starters, you're a fucking liar." Because for one, that's my poster, and I didn't do it until several years after he died. And for two, that's my fucking copyright, and you can't just sell posters that you've not fucking thinking. I literally just put it online, this is practice. I wasn't selling it or anything like that. And the guy told me to fuck off.
Did he sell it in the end?
I reported
Did
it.
he say sold?
I reported it.
It's a good
Can't
move,
fucking
though.
do that. I mean, imagine blagging something like that signed. What a dickhead.
I've just had an idea.
An absolute dickhead, though.
Those tickets that I've got for his concert that he never made, sign them. Some fool might buy it. But yeah, the football behind closed doors is, to me, a bit sad. But I think it kind of has to go on now at this point, because if you stop the football altogether, as much as we want it to happen for Liverpool getting the asterisks by their name and the league and all that. It kind of can't because we've gone too far now, and with the Euros coming up,
We absolutely
and all that
can.
stuff.
And we absolutely
I
should.
don't like when you look at the Europa League as well. Like they'll finish that tournament.
MLS has been suspended for 30 days, it just says on Sky over there.
I think the Euros doesn't happen.
Well, yeah. Well, UEFA mentioned
Could we have a
before,
winter Euros?
no one's mentioned that they want the Euros cancelling. And you're like, what?
I
And
think-
for starters, UEFA announced on Thursday that they're going to have a video conference on Tuesday.
No, but I think that's sensible because if you have a video conference this morning and then governments are meeting today and having discussions and then they make a decision tomorrow, then you're like, oh, now we have to get all these 50 people back into a meeting again. Whereas if you just wait for the weekend, I think it's kind of been agreed almost that, you know, some games this weekend in England will go ahead, maybe behind closed doors, and we'll talk about it after.
Is our Spurs game going ahead?
I reckon it goes ahead without fans. Champions League this week. Did you enjoy the football?
Yeah.
What happened?
What happened? Liverpool got found out again, and then Klopp went on telly, like the sourest sourpuss that he is, and started fucking moaning that they didn't play, I quote, proper football. One, what the fuck is proper football, Jurgen? What's proper football?
He was doing moist football. Did you see how many crosses he did?
Yeah.
72 crosses.
That fucking volume merchant, Trent Alexander-Arnold, 350 Premier League
He
crosses.
never let go of
fucker's
that
had.
square button all game. Just cross, 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 cross.
Don't
cross.
ever compare that fucking merchant to David Beckham ever again.
Or even Wan-Bissaka. Get his name out of your filthy mouth. How dare you?
Just launching fucking crosses into no fucker. They're effective at set pieces, and I think half of that is because Van Dijk gets on the back end of them, and he's not getting on the back end of them in open play generally.
He looked a bit shook of Morata, didn't he? He was on his back heels.
He's been fallible this year. But anyway, what the fuck is proper football?
Yeah.
These fucking scouse cunts coming in and giving it all like that they invented football because you press. Suck my fucking plums. What the fucking hell are they on about? Proper football. Who the fuck do you think you are? You've won one trophy. One fucking trophy, and now you think you're the authority on what the...
Andy Robertson,
off.
did you see him after the game?
We could
at
win more
Thingy as well?
trophies than you this year.
Oh, if we win the Europa League and they win the Premier, I am saying European champions. European champions trumps English champions.
Yeah.
Does it not?
Yeah.
Europe's bigger than England, right? But Brexit happened. Oh,
I didn't vote for it.
nor did I.
What you probably need to do is you have to look at how many champions of countries that we beat to become Europa League champions, because I would like to bet that we've probably, I haven't done the maths on this, but just going to roll with it, that we've probably played more people that were champions of their nation than they have.
So what we're saying is you'd rather win the Europa League than the Premier League because you get the title European champions. And that...
13 titles I've seen us win.
I've only seen one Europa League, so I want more. There was a time when I used to say, never Europa League for us. Well, UEFA Cup, wasn't it? Remember Thursday nights, Channel 5.
Thursday's an underrated night out, though. As we might find
Student
out tonight.
night.
Oh, mate, I am...
Oh,
kidding.
man. If United were in the Europa League when I was a
the
student...
gentlest of persuasions. Do you like when you got diarrhea and you don't even have to have a push? It just falls out of you.
Before you've
I am on the
reached-
precipice of that. Someone go, should we get smashed tonight, Steve? And I'm fucking, yeah, baby!
I was just about to say, like...
If you know any good
Thursday
divorce
nights-
lawyers, please tweet me. What?
Thursday nights at uni were VOD ball nights. So if United were in Europa League when I was in uni, they would have ruined my student life. That's incredible, isn't it?
Used to have a Galaxy Weekender when I was like 18, 19, which was Thursday,
Is
Friday.
that chocolate?
No. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Galaxy Weekender.
Is that a big chocolate?
It's just like being out all weekend. On about 20 quid. Don't even
Yeah,
mind it.
VOD ball used to be $1.25 for a vodka Red Bull.
Oh, mate, Atomic in
8
Ashton
for 10 quid.
used to be 50p for a bottle of VK. Oh. What
But
the fuck?
that is pop, innit? Come on. That's
Yeah.
Kia Aura, that.
But you're fucking boxed off for a tenner.
What was your favourite Panda Pops back in the day?
I don't know.
Panda Pops?
I meant a fiver, actually, not a tenner.
Do you remember Panda Pops? Anyone remember Panda Pops? Panda Pops? Panda Pops? You don't remember Panda Pops, Steve? Rhubarb and custard flavour, bubblegum flavour. I used to like the rhubarb and custard one.
Atomic used to also do a £10 all you can drink.
Here.
And that
You
got,
don't remember them
that
bastards
got
there?
Larry. No. Ben got stabbed in the neck.
He was blowing people up then. I think he was. He definitely was. I'll show you what Panda Pops are for those at home. That's my new Galaxy S20 there. S20 Ultra. Yeah, Galaxy Weekender there.
Hashtag influencer.
Well, they ain't paid me for that, so I'll take that back. Shit phone. You know, we should know our worth, Steve.
Mate.
We should know our worth.
Do you know what? If they cancel the football season,
What are we going to do, bro?
I was about to tell you.
Okay.
I'm just going to go pick a random fucking mill town and just get twatted there.
What if
And film it.
we reenact the match based off radio commentary live?
What? Why are you going to have commentary, though, if the game ain't happening?
But it's going to be behind closed doors. And
I'm not sure it is. I did read this earlier. I think it was in the Telegraph where they said the penalties for the Premier League from Sky, if they cancel the league, are like gonna cripple a lot of clubs. So I think that they'll be forced to play it behind closed doors. But if you've got like 3 Leicester players have been confirmed, there's loads of other players being tested left, right, and centre because they might also.
And
be
Arsenal
carrying as well.
played since they met Olympiacos.
This could go west very, 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 very quickly. So,
On one hand, you've got it could absolutely derail Liverpool's first title in 30 years. On one hand, you've got the serious nature of it.
and it's so hard to stay not. Can't we just have a laugh about it for a little bit?
On the other hand,
How many hands you got?
will we get a refund on our season ticket?
Doubt it.
Will they take the money off our next season ticket?
Probably not.
They have? What?
I don't reckon they do. I reckon they just go, nah, go fuck yourself.
Nah, but I'll say, play them bitches. And I want entry. Like, yo, I paid for it, play.
Just take it up with Sam Keller, not me.
No, it's true, innit? Oh, I demand refunds.
You asked me a question. I don't think they'll give you the refund.
There's about 5 games left at home, right? 1 in the Europa League. 6, that's 37 quid a ticket. It's about...
200 quid.
I want my season ticket for 500 quid next week. Simple as that. I think that will happen. If they're giving out free nitty to everyone, like Oprah, then I think we should get our money back, which is I think will happen. But hopefully the football doesn't get cancelled, because the only thing that keeps us sane, it's like an escape from real life. They need to just put these on, even if they're behind closed doors, because they'll make more money from the pay-per-views, wouldn't they? If games are played behind closed doors, though, those with tickets get sent a link for the game.
Do they, though? Because
That can't be the way that you tell me I'm not getting a refund.
the thing is, like, goes to me dad. Like, are they going to check how many people open up a link? Because he's going to have to forward it to me for me to get mine. What little bollocks. What was I just going to say? Oh, there was something I was proper going to say then.
Were you proper going to say it?
Yeah. How many people are allowed at a behind closed doors game? Because you think none, don't you?
It's media and that, isn't it? Directors.
How many? 500. Who'd have thunk it? For starters, we tried to guess how many like people make that up. Like, who is that all that people? Because I spoke to someone at United before, and I said, "Oh, have you going?" And he goes, "Nah, they've limited it because of like the travel restrictions." So I said, "All right." And he goes, "There's only 500 going." And I was like, "Wait, hang on, 500? Is that an extra zero there?" Because if it was 50, I go, "All right, yeah." I go analysts, coaches, the playing squad, couple of media. Yeah, that's 50. 500
because
people.
the law around it, Jem, is gatherings over 500 have to be behind closed doors, all right? So they let less than 500 in, which is a bit...
Don't know.
I don't know. It's a bit mad. But you're right, it'll be like journalists, television crews...
Yeah, but you start
family,
trying to
friends.
add up some of that. No,
But then
family and friends go.
how do you control who... Like, how do you know that TV crew member hasn't been next to someone? Transfer links this week? Jude Bellingham. Now, I need to say, people need to calm down. The amount of players that visit Old Trafford and visit Carrington and sign for someone else will be amazing. The only thing is, people know who his parents are, so they could picture him coming out the ground and, oh, that's his parents.
Yeah, generally you don't.
Because there must be loads of parents that leave the ground and no one knows who they are. But what do you make of the Jude Bellingham links? There was rumours Fergie had been drafted into to help with
Mate,
the
I
sweetening.
saw some dick on Twitter say United have even fucking brought Eric Cantona out. No, they haven't. I mean, I don't know they haven't, but they haven't.
They haven't. Eric Cantona is sitting somewhere looking cool, doing a random Instagram video.
Yeah.
He's nowhere near Carrington, and he's not going to get on a flight just to go there.
Yeah, something involving a chicken and a frying pan. A rubber chicken, that is. And a frying pan.
That's more Everest.
No, that's raw chicken.
Yeah, true. Poultry. That was a weird one, that.
Like I said, there's nothing to do with me.
Maybe he's patient zero.
Don't start rumors like that.
The Sun will have that as an exclusive. They'll have the picture of me next to Patrice Evra, because we've got that recently. Exclusive. I'd somehow become known as a journalist. And it just spread.
You are more qualified than anyone at the Sun.
To be fair, I am. And I've got more respect for myself.
Do we have any notes for stuff to talk about?
Yeah, Jude Bellingham.
All right. Oh,
Jack
that was our
Grealish.
actual link. All
Jack
right.
Grealish.
Jack Grealish. Like
70 million.
Love how his socks hang.
Are we just buying Brummies? If so, have I got a chance?
Maybe.
Would you? Do you think there's been rumours Pogba stays? Now it's rumours. That's all we know. They're rumours. So let's forget whether it's true or not. If Pogba stays, is there room for Jack Grealish? I don't want to know about if or not. That's true.
I don't think so.
So
no, I don't think so.
Jack Grealish is a Paul Pogba replacement.
No, I think Bruno's the Paul Pogba replacement, and we were planning for for Pogba to go. But things can and do change at the last minute. And I think if it has changed, Pogba wanted to leave and has wanted to leave for at least a year. I think that this is only changing. If it has changed, it might not have done. Because they've realised no one's paying that for you, mate.
Mm.
So, look, if it's changed, he's not a terrible player to have to try and accommodate in a team. And I think it makes a lot of sense how him and Bruno could play together. I think it'd be very good. But I don't know how you would fit him and Bruno and Jack Grealish in with everything else that you're trying to do. Unless he switches
I'd put
permanently.
Jackie Grealish in one of the wide positions and let him
Oh,
run.
yeah, unless he switches permanently to a diamond, maybe. Oh, yeah, you could even play him on the left. And, what does that mean for Marcus? I think some competition in places is good, but you probably want to have a spine of a team that you know that they play when they're fit. Not always start, but you play when you're fit, sort of thing. Because you are going to get injuries. It's stupid to go into a season and go, right, we've got a perfect 11. What happens if he's injured? He's not going to get injured. You have to go, right, well, can we cope with an injury in that area? Yeah, we got that. Can we cope with an injury there? Yeah. At the moment, prior to January, it was like if we got an injury up front, we're like, whoa.
We're fucked. And we were relying on Rashford or Marshall not getting injured and all that, and they got injured sharpish, which was a joke. Sancho, out of 10, is he at Man United in 2020-21 season?
I said 9 out of 10 on Stretford Paddock on a transfer review. Because I think the player wants it. Well, I know the player wants it. I'm very comfortable saying I know the player wants it. I know United want it.
What's it?
What? I don't know if United can agree with Dortmund. That's got to be a variable we don't know the answer to. We also don't know the answer to, is he our first choice? Because if he's our second choice and we get our first choice, then that all falls away.
Who would you imagine being a first choice ahead of Sancho?
I don't know. Just being devil's advocate.
Okay, so you're 9 out of 10 for Sancho still.
I think so.
Jude Bellingham.
Folk knows. Less, way less.
Gut feeling.
3 or 4.
Because he's got a few clubs after him. And you think if we got Sancho, Dortmund might push ahead with that Bellingham deal. I know they're different players, but...
That might be a thing that we do is, look, we know you're interested in that lad. A bit maybe like what happened with Tielemans and Maguire. All right, well, maybe if you play the ball over Maguire, we maybe don't push for... And
then we'll go for Jude in a few years. Jack Grealish out of 10.
Prior to Pogba, I would have said very, 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 very strong 9, possibly 9.5.
Now about 7.
I'm going to roll it back to an 8. There's some suggestion that his agent and United have sorted out all that stuff. All that's left to be done is the fee, and the fee's dependent on whether he stays up or goes down.
I think Sancho will be at United next season. The other two, I'm not too sure of. But it's like, it wouldn't surprise me if they were drafting Fergie in to try and help Jude Bellingham make his mind up, because he does seem like one of those talents. Like, Fergie used to be good at that, you know, and like, not comparing Jude Bellingham to Wayne Rooney, but you know, when Wayne Rooney became available, he's like, I'm not going anywhere till I get that kid. And I think sometimes you have to be like that with some players, that you just know
You've
are the
got
talent.
to use what assets you've got to recruit. Like, I always thought, you know, if there's not a director of football role for Paddy, mate, imagine Paddy turns up on your doorstep. Hey! I want to tell you about... Because did you ever chat to him off camera, or was you just in and out?
Yeah, both, yeah.
Right, so you know that there's a very genuine, like, United fan side of it.
He talks to you like this all the time.
Yeah.
And it's
he talks to your fucking soul, doesn't he?
It's like, I love you, mate. You know, it's just like...
So you know that if he was, listen, Adam, I want you to sign for United, and here's why, and here's my experience of signing for this club and what this club's about. I'll tell you what he said when I asked him about, did you, is it true what they said about, you know, you went to the museum and you got the history books out, and he went, did better than that. And I went, what would you do? And he goes, I took Bobby Charlton out for dinner. Can you imagine walking through Wings and he's like, fucking Paddy Evra and Bobby Charlton.
Yeah.
The fact that he did that, he's took his time to learn that. I know that he could convey that to another player. He'd be like, now listen, look where I've played. I've played at Juve, played at Monaco, played at Marseille, played at West Ham, played all these different places, played for France, played at World Cups. This is the club. And here's why. I think Paddy could convince a lot of people, or at least be an opening of a door to further negotiations. Just go and speak to him, Paddy.
Someone that stole a lot of attention this week as well, Thomas Partey, obviously for helping knock Liverpool out, which is obviously great, but I thought his all-round performance was massive in that match. He's obviously impressed for a while. He's got a release clause, apparently.
Supposedly a fairly cheap release clause.
Like 40 million. Is this someone that should be on United's cards?
I thought, again...
I only asked you because everyone's been talking about it, not because...
I thought Niguez was more of what United are going to need in that game. I thought he was amazing.
I feel if we had a Pogba and a Bruno, Partey's perfect.
Maybe.
But
I
then you're
think also Niguez is as well.
But then you're like, Matic is probably signing a new deal.
Yeah, but I think he's signing a new deal with the definite fact that he's going to play second fiddle.
But then you've got McTominay and Fred. So you're not going to sell either of them. It was weird that... Did you read anything into... Obviously, he's just come back from injury, so that could be a part of it. But did you read anything into Scott McTominay not starting the derby?
No, I think it's just
Matic
game
and Fred.
management. Yeah.
Because I felt at a point in the game before
I want to see him start and also Igalo start. But clearly both aren't ready. Is my take on that.
Igalo's looking good though, man. Was that goal, that moment, Scott McTominay moment, the best moment at Old Trafford since Fergie left?
Stop doing this. It was good. It'd be hard to go through every single one and rank them. I think the Olympiacos hat-trick from RVP was pretty good.
I mean, just a moment, not a game or a result or a performance, because we've probably had better performances. That moment.
It was a good moment.
Because
it was extremely tense going up to it. City had massively taken a foothold in the game, and we knew we score, it's over. Because we was 7 minutes into 5 minutes of injury time. Like, yeah.
Ollie's done the triple, well, I say treble over Pep. It's weird because we won a game where we lost over 2 legs. But in the league, done a double. First time anyone's done that in a long time. Does he deserve more credit than he gets?
No manager, no team has won more games outside of Liverpool and City in the Premier League since Solskjaer was taken over.
Wait, say that again?
No team has won as many games in the Premier League as United outside of City and Liverpool.
Oh, we're third for the most since earlier. Right. Okay, cool. I thought it was a stat about us beating City and Liverpool because we've had pretty good records against City, Chelsea. Like, it's those smaller games where we need to get.
We're on a decent run at the minute. If we can keep that, if we can roll that into a 3 points against Spurs, I think we look very good for that 4th spot. And I want to see us finish 4th, fuck 5th, because people are like, oh, you only got it because City fucking cheated.
I know I say this, and it's dangerous, but Mourinho's done out here, isn't it?
Do you know what his win percentage is post Rue Farrier?
Shit.
He had 24 games with United, won 10. Obviously, the season he got sacked. He's had 26 games with Spurs, won 11. So that's 22 games in 50, which is 42%. This is a man that even I think with United had a 58 win percentage, and I think career-wise is in the 60s. But in the last year, in the last 50 games, he's won 42%.
Is what you're saying.
He's a very bitter man at the minute, isn't he? Jose Mourinho was charming. He would say the snidest shit, but he'd say it with a smile and a charm. And everyone fucking fawned all over him. And like now he just seems embittered.
And he seems to be trying to play a nice guy at times. I know he's been really rude to Dembele, but at times, like before the game, he was like, "I believe in my players. We can do this and we can do that." And it was like,
but his face is like,
yeah, you don't really think that, do you?
Yeah.
Whoop whoop. Is that the Mourinho brigade coming for me? He does. I was looking through Spurs, his like tweets and stuff, just to see how Spurs fans were, and they sound a lot like United fans did. You have that split where it's a cult like Mourinho following, and then you have another split where it's like, I don't think this is working. And you have obviously people in the middle that are just seeing what's going on, but
some people are just going.
He does have the ability to create a cult wherever he goes.
Yeah,
doesn't he?
and I don't think he's got the ability that he used to have of turning all the players into like a shield around themselves, where they will feel embattled but emboldened by it, and then go and play like everyone's against us. Isn't this awesome? I think there's almost like an everyone's against us, fuck's sake kind of mentality. Like
everyone's against us, even our manager. Yeah. That's like must feel for some of them, which is, I don't know, it's a bit weird. What did you make of his comments on Dembele?
He does like to seem to pick a scapegoat out. Increasingly so, actually. He didn't seem to really do that at Chelsea and Porto. Seems like it's a fairly, a 2010 onwards Jose thing.
Can I just say, Marshall FC, we won. I'm joking. But we did.
I think there's a lot of players. I think Marcus survived him. I think is the word to use. Certainly wasn't improved by.
It's like is it like Henry VIII's wives? Beheaded, died, survived.
Yeah, blind, beheaded. Who else did he get rid of? Who?
Schneidlin, dead.
Dead.
Okay.
Marshall survived.
Schweinsteiger survived, kind of.
Got out of there, didn't he?
Because remember, he was nearly dead.
Divorced.
And then he got his head off the chopping block just at the end.
Oh, my God.
Mourinho never changed. He's going to beat us this weekend now. We've talked about him.
Of course he is.
I wanted to save it for next week's Uncensored after we spanked them, but who knows where it will be next week, what the state of the planet's going to be like. Yeah. Have you got a message to the people at home?
Wash your fucking hands.
Wash your hands and wash your ass. What the fuck's wrong with people, man?
Literally, did people not wipe their ass and wash their hands until last week?
2020, they're like, oh shit, we wash our hands these days. Living like fucking Victorians and shit.
What, you sorry, not sorry about this?
Do people still throw their piss out the window in some places?
Sounds like a thing. You been to Oldham? No, man. Anyway.
I've been Burnley, it's about the same.
No, it ain't.
It's not?
No.
It's not. It's not. What am I sorry, not sorry about this week? What? It should be you. I'm always getting shamed.
I did one last week, didn't I?
No.
Didn't I? Felt like I did.
I did one last week. Can't remember what it was. Someone tweeted me, tagged me in a tweet where I was right about it. Marcus Rashford. It was in 2018, and it was me saying, Marcus Rashford out on loan with a picture of Marcus doing. That face like, fuck you lot on about.
I remember we had them discussions when Jose was coming in. Is he going to go?
God. Yeah, if we let Mark, imagine we give Jose full reign. We'd have no Rashford, no Marshall,
no Pogba.
No Pogba.
Although
we've got no Pogba at the moment. No Solskjaer. Did you see Klopp telling that fan to fuck off?
Yeah.
I wanted to see the finger just go like that.
This was at the start of the game, wasn't it, yesterday?
Is that
I can't wait to use that out of context.
Imagine being
I've
that
literally
fan.
saved that, waiting for that.
Imagine being that fan,
fuck off,
having
get
that
out of
day,
here.
going to Anfield. I'm so excited! I've got tickets by the tunnel. Ooh! I'm gonna be able to touch people.
Don't care that.
And then in the first minute of
got
the
told to
game,
fuck off
the
by your
game hasn't
manager.
even kicked off. You get told to fuck off by your manager. Incredible scenes at Anfield.
Scenes.
But yeah, this is the age-old question, Steve, and we want everyone at home to answer this. If Liverpool lift the Premier League title behind closed doors and no one's there to see it, did it really happen? And that, my friends, is today's facts. Today's true news, right? So, thank you for watching Uncensored. I don't know what we've spoken about today, so I don't even know what to tell you to put in the comments below. Maybe give us some washing tips. Some people need them these days, I've seen. They do well online. If you tell people how to wash their hands, usually go viral. So it shows you people need to do it. Yeah, everyone's been doing it, haven't you seen? Doing a song, and you can wash your hands to. What song do you wash your hands to?
None, but...
What song do you wash your balls
Shut
to?
up and listen. Yesterday I went home, came in. Janine gave me a little bit of a squirt of the old antibacterial hand gel.
Oh, I
And then,
thought we were going somewhere else.
As I was doing this, I got a baby. And the baby started doing it. And I'm like, are you washing your hands? And she was like, ha, 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 ha. And I'm like, fair play.
That's a nice story. But
She wasn't really getting the thumbs, like.
I didn't. See, I was going one way, and then you brought this adorable little baby into the picture, and now...
Yep, no, you fucked it.
It's
Thanks for
like-
watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.